Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So many of you will probably already know what this video is about if you've seen my post on my channel and also on my Instagram. We have a new car. And yes, as I've promised you, and as I said in the previous video about selling my M5, we would not be buying any more cars that didn't relate to you guys. You guys subscribe to me for the cheap BMWs, which are around 4 to 5 grand. And that is what I've actually gone and purchased. Now, I know many of you are quite excited to see what car we've actually purchased for this channel. And I just want to point out as well, I purchased a car which is stick shift. And we have a lot to do on it, bearing in mind that this car has come to me with never being updated and still on the old systems. So we've got a lot to be getting on with. Now, I am going to reveal right now, it is a BMW. Many of you will probably be shocked about that because many of you on the post actually thought it was going to be the Porsche 997, which is going to be coming once I finish this car. Now, when we do finish this car is going to be up for sale truly because I haven't got the space to actually store the new car here. Obviously, it's a great car. It runs absolutely faultless. It just needs a few little things doing and normal maintenance jobs, which is why I purchased it to put it on this channel to show you guys, because you guys have been on at me to get more of the videos that you want to see on the channel. And that's one of the reasons I went out and got this particular car. So let's get on to it, and I'm going to show you what car it is. And I know many of you will be happy about this, and many of you will actually be quite in shock because this car in the US, you guys don't actually get. You get the car, but you don't get this engine inside this chassis. So we will go ahead and reveal what car this is. I also want to point out for many of you, carry on watching, you're not going to be happy because no, it's not a diesel, and we will not have any diesels on this channel ever again in the coming months or years. So therefore, if you are hoping it's a diesel, you are completely wrong. So let's get on to this video and I will show you the new car.
What? Goddamn, get it done, will ya? Woo. When I blow up now, everybody's so unusual with it. Shit. But said times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York, so you know.
So here it is, guys. This is a BMW 630i. So this will be the E63 because this is the hardtop 6 Series. Now, many of you will already know what this is and what engine this will have underneath. But to those of you who don't know, and probably never heard of this because in the US you don't get this car, this has the N52 engine inside of it. So the 630i's here, we get a lot of them and they all have the N52. And that will also be found in the E64s, which is the convertible version as well. Now, the reason I set out to purchase this because it comes cheap. It needs a few things doing. We've got a few jobs to do. It's got coolant leak, which is over time when the car's sitting, the coolant is getting sucked from its reservoir, which is an easy fix usually on these anyway, so I'm not worried about that. We've also got the wheel shaking on the passenger side, and we've also got a lot of updating to do to the car itself. Now this car is on 130k, so it is due its valve cover. We need to sort out one of the headlights. The headlight washers are missing from it, so spraying water everywhere. We've got the side repeaters to do. We've got quite a few things to get on with on this car. This car is going to be with me for quite a while we do what's needed to do to it. But there is a lot of jobs that we need to do inside of it. As I said, it is the M52 engine. I know many of you will be very, very happy with that. And then we'll go ahead and open the bonnet just to prove to you what engine it's actually got underneath it. But this is your common 6 Series here to have that engine, and many people will go for that over the 650 or the 640s here. I truly do prefer the M52 engine in the 6 Series, and you guys know I'm a massive fan of the 6 Series. I've always loved them, and if many of you have watched me from the beginning, you'll know I've always spoke highly of the 6 Series, whether it be convertible or the hardtops. I've always liked them. One thing that makes this one special is this is a manual, so it's got a 6-speed gearbox, and it's obviously got a sport button, which most 6 Series will have, and it turns this car around very, very nicely, especially when you're cruising and you want to put your foot down. Sport button alone is what makes the 6 Series different to your normal regular E60, is just having that button right there. So we'll go on to it and we'll show you everything regarding inside the engine and how the interior looks and everything else. So as you can see here guys, underneath the E63, the 630i, we have the beautiful N52 engine. Now, as I did say to many of you guys, I would not be buying any more M cars and showing you engines underneath the bonnet that just don't relate to you. Now, if you do believe in what I say, please comment in the box below and let me know what you guys think. Let me know how happy you guys are that actually bought another car with this engine. This car does need a lot of work doing. Like I said to you, it does have a coolant leak down, which I'm not sure what's going on. It's losing coolant from the reservoir as the car sits over time. It's not leaking anywhere in the engine bay. So it's got to be something coming from one of the hoses, which we're going to get on the lift and we'll find out where that's coming from. We've also got valve cover leaking as usual. We'll be sorting that out, doing new valve cover gasket, probably new ignition coils, new spark plugs, so on and so on and so on, and Valvetronic motor seals and everything else we need to do. Obviously, eccentric shaft seal, everything that needs to be done on the valve cover itself. We're also overdue now for disser flaps, where we might be having to remove them. We also need to do Vanos solenoids. As many of you guys know, it's on 130K. It's hit that all-time critical maintenance that needs to be done on these engines. We've also, as I said, you've got a shake from the passenger wheel, which will be your driver's side in the USA. Not sure what it is. We did have a cruise control malfunction. Now, knowing these cars myself and knowing them very well, usually cruise control malfunction with a shaking wheel on any of them, if it comes, is usually ABS sensor, which kicks out the cruise control function. So we will be addressing that later on when we get that on the ramp. I'm not too worried about that because the car ain't being driven right now. We've also got a leak from the power steering reservoir over there. Power steering reservoir is looking quite a bit tacky, so that needs to be addressed. I'll just turn the camera so you guys can see. So you can see right there, guys, it don't look very good. As you can see right there, the power steering reservoir is very, very leaky. We need to change that because that ain't good because it's losing power steering fluid. The more and more it loses, it will just destroy steering rack because you'll run the steering rack dry. So we need to get that addressed very, very quickly as well. Overall, it is just the normal maintenance that needs to be done. Now, as I said, nothing has clearly been done on this like many M52, so I don't expect anything to have been done. When you buy them, you have to overhaul them, and this is one of the reasons why I chose to purchase a high mileage one for this channel. It'd be pointless me buying a low mileage one, not doing nothing to it, not keeping you guys entertained, right? So this will be now our main engine on the channel for now, is the M52. And then guys, don't worry about this when this one's finished, because when this one's finished, we have my black E60, which needs a complete overhaul, engine torn out as well. So this ain't gonna be our last one. So I hope you guys get ready to enjoy the videos on this. So another job we got to do, guys, you can probably see here it's missing the washing nozzle, which is for the headlights to be able to wash them, because they actually buys Xenons from the factory, so we need to change them as well. We need to get that washer jet installed. You can also see it's got a scuff here on the headlight where someone's obviously caught it, scuff here on the bumper we need to address, and obviously a scuff down here. We need to address these things because it's been caught and it needs to be sorted. It's going to take some money to sort it. We've got side repeaters. They need new side repeaters on this car as well. What else do we need? So yeah, we've got a big job to do on this 6 Series. I mean, who knows? We're probably going to find other things as we go along when I get it on the lift. We'll be able to address it. I do believe the control arms have only just been replaced, all the fronts. So we'll soon find out if that's the case. The rear control arms are going to need doing. We have got a lot to do on this 6 Series, but this is one of the most major jobs on this side. We're going to be taking a bumper off and stripping the car once it gets on the lift, and we'll sort everything out once it's on there. But overall, guys, it's a brilliant, brilliant car. Bought it very, very cheap, so we've got money to invest into it to actually sort it out. And as I said, once it's ready, this one will be for sale. So if any of you want to purchase it, you have the chance to actually purchase it as well. Interior inside, guys, is as you would expect from a BMW E63. Very, very standard. Doesn't have your heated seats, doesn't have any kind of special options like that. It's just your very basic 630i. Obviously, you can see it is a stick shift. It is a manual. Now, bear in mind, this car has never ever been updated. So it is running the old CCC software. So that's something we are gonna have to update. This has never had an engine update. It's never had anything updated. So we have got a lot of updating to do on this car as well. So not only have we got all the engine stuff, all the underneath stuff to get on with, all the mechanical stuff, we've also got a lot of programming to do. So that'll be on another video. I know many of you guys are looking forward to that, probably gonna enjoy it. We've also got in the rear, which I'll take you over to now. And this will shock many of you guys as I go into the boot. You're probably seeing there what we got there, the original BMW battery. Now, I'll be honest with you, this car has been draining this battery. We went to start it and it was completely dead. Now, what do you expect? It's got a BMW battery in there. Many of you guys know how these AGM batteries are. These BMs with the BMW batteries don't like being left out in the cold. They will freeze up and not start. We're gonna have to get that out. We will be replacing that battery. Of course, it has to go. It's not even negotiable. The battery has to go. We have to put a proper battery in this car because then BMW ones are completely rubbish. So that'll be another job you'll be seeing me add it to the car and register it and everything else. We'll be changing it over on this car at some point as well. Like I said, there is a lot of jobs on this car to do and it's gonna keep us busy. Okay guys, so as you've seen there, I now purchased a BMW 630i with the N52 engine. Now, as I did say on my video when I was selling my M5, I would buy no more M cars because many of you cannot afford to buy that particular car and many of you didn't subscribe to my channel for them M cars. Now, as I said, I don't want to be like other YouTubers who make it big, make a load of money and go and buy these unaffordable cars and then just completely destroy themselves because that's not what they built themselves up for in the beginning. I want to make myself relatable to you guys again. And this is about buying cars that you guys can go out and easily afford or cars that you're actually looking at within your budget. That's one of the reasons why I bought this 630i with the M52 engine. Now I know in certain countries, many of you do not get the E63 with the M52 engine. But if you are in the UK and you are looking at purchasing one of these E63s with that engine, then these videos that we are going to be doing on this car are going to help a lot of you greatly because many of you will know how good these cars are and how cheap they are here. You can pick these up all day for around 4 to 5 grand, which makes them an excellent bargain for what you actually get. And obviously having that M52 engine isn't really a lot of maintenance. It's very, very cheap on the maintenance and it's a very, very reliable engine. So we are going to be getting on with the videos on this car, and if you are happy with the purchase, do comment in the box below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are happy. I've done this to make a lot of you guys happy, and as people say, you shouldn't be doing what your subscribers want, you should be doing what you want. But I think it's time I listen to you guys and stop doing what I want, because I need to make you guys relate to my videos. I need you guys to want to watch them and enjoy them. So that is one of the reasons why I purchased this car. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll be back with a load more videos regarding the BMW 630i and that M52 engine. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.